was my show used for a staged event? Okay, so this was on the 19th of September, London live. We were live streaming. I had someone filming there, and they were streaming it back to the channel. And now I have suspicions about the character who filmed it. I believe him to be something other than what he claims to be. And I could go on for hours about that, and we will. But for now, I just want you to watch this and tell me if you think there's a possibility that it's staged. Yeah? And then look out for a guest appearance from someone. And look, when I first saw this, I didn't know who he was. Now I know who he is, and I've made videos about him. The fact that he's in this video tells you everything you need to know. So let's start here.
What? They look like military police. Look. They look like military police.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to know. Can you please move back, please, off the pavement to
move back.
You're breaching the public health act.
I'm not. I'm not going to this out. No, there's two of us, and I'm not impeaching anything. I'm not impeaching anything. No way. Tell him. No, I'm moving nothing. I'm walking down the road with an old woman. I'm not allowed for nothing. Stop lying. I'm an old woman. I'm not an old woman. He's breaching it. He's our robot. Sorry. Look at him. We're not breaching nothing. Look. Drive yourself. Look, bully. Breaching nothing. Bully an old woman.
Right. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when they have that Assange supporter who's like 92 or 93, and as he's so-called getting arrested, the whole, like, people in the crowd are going, he's 92, he's 92. Basically, they use these people, don't they, to tug on the heartstrings.
Prick! I've got to go in a fucking prick. Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
Now look who this is in the red t-shirt, guys. Let me rewind it. Look who it is in the red t-shirt.
Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who? Yeah, we need to go to things.
Thank you.
Who? Yeah, we need
The
to go.
things are in the back. Good acting, mate.
I've got to go in a fucking prick. Wake up. Sorry.
Right, so
Sorry.
there you go. So for anyone who doesn't recognise this guy in the red t-shirt, he's a guy that you find at Speaker's Corner acting like a bodyguard for people like Hatun, Braden, Pavlov, etc. And now you'd have to say possibly here as well.
Thank you.
Who? Yeah, we need to go to things. Yeah, we need to go. Oh, woman! Prick! I've got to go in a fucking prick.
So basically, what it looks like now, looking back, now that I know that I don't trust what this guy says, who's filming, it looks like they use this old lady for staged events, you know, so that they can tug at the heartstrings. Look at the police, they're bullies. So even back then, in September, they were feeding this agenda of defund the police by doing things like this. And this woman, although she looks like, you know, a sweet old grand lady, she was used literally to stop certain things being said. She's a distractor. Basically, they would put her on camera and she would talk for an hour about Madeleine McCann, etc. When the day was about anti-lockdown, she would spend an hour there talking. And it's not just him who filmed her, it was also Subject Access and Tyrant Funder. Now, isn't that a coincidence as well? Yeah?
Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
Her things are in the back. That looks so much like acting. Now, the other thing is, if you do have an old lady with you and you're concerned about her, then I think the worst thing you can possibly really do is just shout, which is what happened.
I'm not. I'm not going to this out. No, there's two of us, and I'm not impeaching anything. No way. Tell him. No, I'm moving nothing. I'm walking down the road with an old woman. I'm not allowed for nothing. Stop lying.
So he might be right with what he's saying, but it's the way that he's saying it. He's doing it very confrontationally to then therefore give the police the excuse to do whatever. Also, you should be trying to make sure that the old lady, as you called her, the old woman, is nice and calm, you know, instead of anxious and stressed out.
You ain't preaching nothing, look. Drive yourself, look, bully. Bully. Preaching nothing. Bullying old woman. Prick. I've got to go in a fucking prick. Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
I think so.
We need to go to things. Prick.
So
Bully. Preaching nothing.
this big bodyguard from Speaker's Corner made the effort to come and like tell them that she's left her stuff, but he couldn't do anything about the bully police. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? So yeah, to me, knowing what I know, this all just seems very fake now, unfortunately. And I got deceived live on my show. I got deceived and conned.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm man enough to admit it.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
I think so.
Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
I think so.
We need to go to things.
So let's just summarize, yeah? What it seems like is that this guy who was filming for me basically was there to control what people were seeing on my show. So when they wanted people to be scared of the police, they would then do something like this.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to now.
They look like military police.
So I'm going to tell you.
And he just said, "Are you right there?" So it's not as if he was being very threatening or anything, is it?
I'm going to now. Can you please move back, please, off the pavement too?
Move back.
You're breaching the public health act at the moment.
I'm not. I'm walking in this over. No, there's two of us, and I'm not impeached of anything.
And you see how he had some decent equipment on him, didn't he? He had the stuff to film the body cam as well as the phone.
He's our robot. Sorry. Look at him. We ain't preaching nothing. Look. Drive yourself. Look, bully. Preaching nothing. Bullying old woman.
Like I said, if you want to calm the old lady down, the old woman down, so she's not anxious and stressed out from the actual situation itself, you'd probably be a lot calmer. You wouldn't shout and scream and do stuff like that.
Prick. I've got to go in a fucking prick. Wake up. Sorry.
Thank you.
Who?
I think so.
We need to go to things. See how they're bullying? Old woman. In breach of nothing, mate. There's two people standing.
Thank you.
Who?
I think so.
Right, so let's leave it there, okay? Because I've got more videos to be doing. But yeah, so I think personally they used my show to fake some staged events, to stage some events live on my stream. And we all got drawn in by it. We all thought it was real. But they will try literally anything to try and stop what we're doing on this channel. Even back then in September, they were using our channel to stage events like this. Okay? So that tells you a lot, doesn't it? So let's leave it there. Peace for now.